Now, guys, now I'm going to get into the money aspect of it, right? I feel like the first half I talked about practicality, which it's true, dude. Like, think about it. You're going to get your home faster. It's more affordable, controlled environment. It's actually wild to think, why wouldn't you go with modular? It just makes so much sense. And before I get into the second half of this podcast, I want to talk about why investors are going with modular homes. If you have a piece of land that you've been thinking of developing, maybe you want to do rentals. The secret that investors don't want you to know is that modular homes appreciate. Modular homes rent. Listen, not to give up too much information, but we just landed a deal to build a bunch of these modular homes for rentals. And I'm telling you that there is a list of people waiting to rent. Okay, it's that insane. The housing market has absolutely got insane, and it's squeezing people away from owning a home. So modular homes are a great investment with an amazing return, I'm telling you. And one of the biggest reasons why investors are going with modular is this. If you were to build, for example, 10 homes on site, traditional construction, you are looking about a whole year of just building the home start to finish. With modular, you can cut that down to 3 to 6 months for all 10 homes. You may be asking yourself, okay, yeah, sure, I get it sooner. But what you're not thinking about is all the interest that you're saving on the back end. If you're an investor and you're thinking about investments and you took out a loan for this, let's say construction, these 10 homes, you are saving from 6 to 9 months in interest payments back in your pocket. Dude, go buy another one with that money. Go buy a piece of property with that money. I don't know, do whatever you want. But all I know is that this is an emergency podcast saying why modular is the future, and the future is here. Now check this out. Like I said, modular homes are appreciating. Let me read you some stats. High quality modular cabins have appreciated 7 to 11% annually over the last 3 years in land-rich rural zones. Now, check this out. I'm not gonna lie, let's be smart for a second. If you put your home in the middle of nowhere where there's no comps, sure, maybe your modular home isn't going to appreciate as much. But if you're looking for an investment, right, you wanna make sure you put this in a highly desired neighborhood, or you put this on a highly desired piece of land. Now check this out. Modular homes appreciate so much because they appreciate the same as regular stick-built homes. You see, to the banks, once these homes are placed on your land, there is no difference between our home and your home. Absolutely no difference once it's placed on your land. So most appreciation is tied to, number one, what's the square footage of your home? What are the comps saying, right? If the comps are saying a 3-bedroom, 2-bath is the most comparable thing to do, don't get a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Or if 5-bedroom, 3 baths are in, don't get a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in your area. You got to look at the comps. What does the market demand? Who are you selling to? Number 2, is your home in a highly desired neighborhood? Okay, that's what I want to know. Not a lot of people want to live in the sticks, all right? Not everybody wants to live 2 hours away from a Walmart, okay? But is it a growing community? Are the schools good? These are all things you want to look at, okay? Now, check this out. Once you put it on a permanent foundation, these are FHA and VA loan approved. Yes, you actually heard it right. What does this mean for you as a homeowner? It means that not only do you have conventional customers in, but you're allowed to sell to a VA customer and an FHA customer. So FHA, obviously you put 3.5% down and you get your home. VA, 0% down, but you do have to be a veteran. But what does this allow is there's a massive amount of people that are now in the pool for buying your home, which means your home is going to sell quicker. When done right, modular homes aren't depreciating assets. They're appreciating properties just like any other home. Check this out. Look at these stats. Over 40% of modular builds in 2025 are being used for rental income or multi-use land development. This topic might get a little sensitive, but here's what we've been seeing. The economy has gotten so tough for a lot of people, where it really is becoming a renter's market. Now, two things are happening why it's becoming a renter's market. Number one, and the cat is out of the bag on this one, America has gotten so expensive. Have you been to the grocery store lately? Have you put gas in your truck lately? I am telling you, it has gotten so expensive. That is no lie. That is obviously not a lie. Everyone sees it. It's expensive. What this is doing is American families, okay, can't even afford to pay their groceries, can't afford to pay normal commodities like gas, right? So number one, if you can't even pay gas and you can't pay your groceries, what makes you think you're going to buy a home, right? You just can't. It's too expensive. Homes are not selling for what they're worth. Literally, they're asking $500,000 and it's worth $350,000. They can't get rid of homes right now. And number two will be lack of knowledge. Not a lot of people know that there is a modular construction that you can get a home brand new. Okay, you could be in your home for 200, 250, 300,000, 150,000, whatever it is. You can get a brand new home for an affordable price and start investing in your future. So hopefully this podcast helps to get the word out. Seriously. Now, check this out. Why are 40% of modular builds rentals? Because it is becoming a renter market. Like I mentioned, those two reasons are why it's becoming a renter's market. All right. People do not want to own anymore. It has been too expensive. Now, what I've noticed a trend is that when people do get approved for the home, now they can't even afford the home. Because not only is your mortgage $3,000, but now your property tax and insurance adds another $1,000 on top. Another $1,000 that you could have used for healthcare, that you could have used for gas, that you could have used for entertainment for your family. Now, investors are seeing this trend and they're going to capitalize on it, and they have been capitalizing on it. My call to action for you is, if you have that piece of land, if you really want to blow up your rental income, do modular, go modular. Instead of building 40 units on site and it taking 2 years, go modular and cut your time in half. How much money is that going to save you? But check this out. Short-term vacation rentals have been through the roof. Okay, if you have a lake property, if you have a beach property, putting a lot of these smaller modular homes is absolutely going to change the way that you do short-term rentals. And long-term lease setups have been insane as well. Like I said, imagine having 300 people, 400 people, 100 people, whatever it is, signing up to rent your units. You have literally the option to have them rented before you even build them. That's how much demand there is. It is no secret that every big city in America has become unaffordable. It's crazy. So Texas used to be where people used to go for affordable living. But now let's look at places like Austin suburbs, Dallas suburbs, Houston suburbs, like Frisco, like Fredericksburg, or let's say like Katy, Texas, the Woodlands in Houston. Dude, they have become so unaffordable that now people are just getting pushed farther and farther and farther away from their cities. Now you may ask yourself, what's the fix for this? It's modular communities. If you're an investor, it's time for you to start considering modular. If you own land or have access to it through family, you might be sitting on a fully financed investment property. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people that have land that they just don't know what to do with it. I'm telling you guys, modular is the way to go. And here's the final thing I'll talk about is financing has been such a gray area for modular homes, but banks are starting to catch up. Now, I want to reiterate this. Banks are now just starting to catch up. Investors are catching up. First-time homebuyers are now starting to catch up. What does this mean, guys? You need to hop on the modular homes before it's too late. Seriously, this is a golden age in America, right? Where we can now make the most money, help the most people, and have investments through modular housing. If you see this video, it's because this is the right time for you to take action and consider modular. Check this out. Modular builds now qualify with major lenders like Rocket Mortgage. We have Highland Mortgage. I mean, it's insane. These bigger banks are starting to catch up. I've seen anything from 0% to 3% to 10%. It just depends on your, let's say, land value. But what I've also seen is that you can take out property improvement loans Assuming you have a piece of property and you just want to get a couple of homes or maybe one home, just to, let's say, improve your property, there are now banks for that too. People are actually starting to catch up, guys. So I'm going to be honest with you, you don't have to drop multiple high six figures in cash. Modular homes are easier than ever to finance. You don't need to pay cash. You really don't. You can finance with fixed rates, low entry points. We have scalable designs, whatever you need. Hopefully, I have opened your minds to just the world of modular. It is going to be insane. And here is my prediction. I believe that in the next 5 years, multifamily and skyscrapers are going to be built with modular. I'm originally from New York, and the One World Trade Center took about 10 to 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, to rebuild. With modular, I promise you could get that down to less than half and just do it in a couple years. There is nothing better than to plug and play. When you connect your iPhone, it's plug and play. When you connect your Tesla, let's say, it is plug and play. And with modular homes, just build the pieces, plug them together, and start playing. I don't know if that made sense, but hopefully it did. Man, I hope this episode absolutely changed your perspective on where modular homes are going. Please like this video and comment down below if you have any question on modular housing. If I didn't hit any points that you have questions on, please let me know. And this is Chris with Saddlebrooke Homes, and I can't wait to see you on the next podcast.